Jeff Azaleas, Durant Stockyards, coffee with Cattlemen. How in the world are you this morning? We are absolutely wonderful. Let me get a little adjustment on there right there. All right. Uh, man, what a great day it was yesterday. We knew it was going to be a good sale with the weather cooling off just a little bit. Kind of drawing them to town. This market sure is drawing them to town. I think we'll have another good run next week. We ended up with almost 1,300 there yesterday. So, heck, for Durant Stockyards, I'm tickled to death. Um, Shoot, that market continued to impress yesterday. Got over $6 a pound on some more light calves there. The highlight was probably some of the bigger cattle there yesterday. I'll get into some of that here in a minute. Had some 650-pound steers bring 414s. It just good all the way through. So, anyways, 1,282 head total yesterday. 145 cows and bulls. 186 sellers and 43 buyers got billed out yesterday. 2 to 3 weight steers and bulls $5 to $6.05. 3 to 4 weight steers and bulls $4.50 to $5.90. 4 to 5 weight steers and bulls $4.10 to $4.85. 5 to 6 weight steers and bulls $3.71 to $4.24. 6 to 7 weight steers and bulls $3.40 to $4.14. 7 to 8 weight steers and bulls $3.10 to $3.80. 8 to 9 weight steers and bulls $2.85 to $3.42. On your heifer side, 2 to 3 weight heifers $4.42 to $5.55. 3 to 4 weight heifers $4.20 to $5.15. 4 to 5 weight heifers $3.67 to $4.67. 5 to 6 weight heifers $3.35 to $4. 6 to 7 weight heifers $3.27 to $3.80. 7 to 8 weight heifers $3.15 to $3.30. 8 to 9 weight heifers $2.70 to $3.10. Some of your highlights there yesterday: 14 little black bull calves weighed 360, bring 560 out of White Rock, Texas. 6 mixed steers weighed 380, brought 492 out of Idabel. 5 black steers weighed 471 at 435 out of Boswell. 8 black steers weighed 480, bring 430 out of Hendricks. 4 black steers 651 at 414 at Kingston, Oklahoma. 6 black steers, and they'd be a yearling now. That wouldn't be a calf, just to clarify. Those calf weight yearlings are awful high demand right now. Feed yards are short. We'll get into the professionally fed cattle later. I'm sure as some of you follow me, and I have poked the bear, and I enjoy it. I really do. Those little yearlings right there, calf weight yearling weighs 651 at 414. Heck of a good set of cattle there at Kingston. 6 black steers 541 at 410 out of Boswell. 13 black steers weighed 575 at 410 out of Hendricks. 13 black steers weighed 570 at $4 out of Bennington. 15 black steers weighed 640 at 397 out of Durant. That'd be a calf, just right off the cow. That's the difference in the calf weight yearlings. The long-tailed yearling stretched out weighing 650 at 414 versus a short-tailed ball and calf weighs 630 at 397. That's your difference right there in just the age of the cattle right there. Quality would be the same as far as genetically and frame and bone, but just the age difference would be those age-year cattle will perform better when they get straight to the feed yard or the grow yard, wherever they're going. 10 black steers weighed 700 at 370. 6 black steers 765 at 350 out of Honey Grove, Texas. Mr. Eddington, thank you. The heifer side, 8 black heifers weighed 365 at 498 out of White Rock, Texas. We almost got to $5 a pound on some 3-weight heifers. We did get over $5 a pound on some 2-weight heifers. 5 black heifers weighed 400 pounds at 457 out of Pottsboro, Texas. 5 black heifers 428 at 450 out of Denison. 9 black heifers 521 pounds at $4 a pound out of out of Durant. David Jones, heck of a good set of cattle yesterday. If you need a new Polaris Ranger or a Kawasaki Mule or a Can-Am or whatever brand you choose to buy, you go see Mr. Jones out there at David Jones Power Sports. He'll take care of you. Appreciate your business, buddy. I love selling you 5-weight heifers for $4. It makes me proud. 4 black heifers, 586, 393 out of Durant. 11 black heifers, 542 at 392 out of Bennington. 7 black heifers, 601 at 360 out of Boswell. 5 black heifers, 700 pounds at 346 out of Durant. Yesterday, your high yield slaughter bulls 190 to 203. Your lower yield bulls, 151 to 184. Your high yield slaughter cows, 160 to 186. Your lower yield slaughter cows, 103 to 159. Your stock cows yesterday, 2050 to 3800. Next week, tend to a little bit of business here. Next week, we have a herd sell out of cows coming over there at Marietta. Roughly going to be about 60 of those cows are all going to be bred back. They're predominantly going to be 7 to 10-year-old cows. They got life left in them. They're not worn out. They're not broke mouth, but they're going to be a short, solid mouth cow. You know, they're going to be at the end of their life cycle as far as breeding. You know, but you can get 2, 3, 4 calves out of them cows, I would imagine. But anyways, they're going to be good, big, framey type cows. Be bred back to good Angus bulls. He's going to have all those cows plus their calves to sell. No pairs on the deal. The calves are big. Anyways, that'll be next week. And that's the only, and I do know of another set of yearlings coming. We'll get into that. I videoed some, I met a gentleman, new customer, Tuesday. Got some good red Angus cattle coming. He'll be a first-time customer. Probably going to have about 100 in the spring and 100 in the fall. So I'll let you know about them. But anyways, I like to, as most of y'all seen earlier this week, I think Tuesday, I made a post about the professionally fed cattle and how I feel about it. And my stance ain't going to change. For all y'all that made the great comments and how all the nice things you had to say about me, I love you too. Thank you so much. And the best part about being me is I don't really give a shit. So I do what I want to do anyway. But I do stick to my guns, and I love reading the comments of the people that they get it. You know, they just like, if you want to feed your own beef and sell it out of your backyard, hey, that's your cattle. More power to you. They're yours. Do what you want to with them. But don't talk crap about the beef being sold out of an inspected meat market or a grocery store, because every single heifer or steer that's sold at my stockyards today and every stockyard across America, unless that heifer goes back into the breeding cycle, every steer and every heifer is going to end up in a grocery store or at a meat market. We feed the world. That's the truth of it. And America's beef supply is number one. There ain't a country in the world that does it like we do. It's not as safe as ours. It's not as affordable as ours. And the quality is not even close. It's a night and day difference between American beef and any other country in the world. That is 100% fact. So when not you guys, but I see people talking about how high beef is in the grocery store, it's not high. Go price a 12-pack of Coke. Go price you a $15 cheeseburger at McDonald's. You know, whatever it is you're buying, you can go right up here to Pruitt's grocery store, Durant, Oklahoma. You can buy ground chuck, $6 a pound. Make the best hamburger you want to make. Tell me that's not affordable. I mean, we have other proteins. I get it that we compete against, but at the end of the day, I'm going to eat beef more often than I'm not going to eat beef. So I think it's funny when people get all stirred up in a tizzy, and I don't honestly read any of the comments. I get the highlights of it, and I just go to bed laughing, because at the end of the day, I am who I am. I ain't gonna change, but I support the American farmer and rancher, and the American farmer and rancher that's selling cattle at the stockyards, whether you choose to utilize me to sell your cattle or use my competitor or somebody in California or South Dakota or South Carolina, I don't care. If you're selling cattle through a stockyard, you're part of the process, and your cattle are going to end up at a grocery store or at an inspected meat market, and I'm about that. So I'm going to support that every single day, and y'all can just keep hating on me. Have a great day.